All right, I've been asked by a good friend of mine to do my Korean barbecue skirt steak. Probably one of the simplest recipes out there to do. Super simple. Skirt steak. I use the Lucky Foods Seoul Bulgogi sauce. Don't just get Korean barbecue sauce. You gotta get the Bulgogi. I've got some stuff that said Korean barbecue. It just was not the same. I love this one, but there's a lot of companies that make the stuff. Super sweet, savory. It's like a party in your mouth. But this is going to be a 48-hour to 72-hour soak. And all we're going to do, get a bottle or two of this, depending upon what you get. And you're going to want the inside skirt steak, okay? Inside skirt steak, not the outside. Skirt steak is the abdominal muscle of a cow. You have the transverse and the rectus abdominis. The inside is the transverse. It's much more tender, higher fat content, and it is the skirt steak. So if it's inside, it should stay in your cart. If it's outside, throw that out. It gets a little too tough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open these packages, and then I'm gonna show you how I prep the meat before I put it into a Ziploc bag and throw it in the refrigerator. All right, we got our skirt steak. So you saw in the packages earlier, they're a long strap meat. You'll see also wash your hands before you're handling meat and after. But all the fat content that's in this, it's some people trim it off. I prefer to have it in there, let it grill off. It also, is the main place that all the flavor stays. So you don't want to get rid of it. But these are long straps. And what I'll do is I'll cut them in half with my meat scissors that I was just trimming them out with. Rinse my hands off real quick. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut these right down the middle. A little bit easier to handle, a little bit easier to maintain on the grill and run. But these bad boys, very simple what we're gonna do. Little meat beater. This is one time it's okay to beat your meat in public. One of the other things that you can do, Salisbury steaks, there's these cubers machines. They run little forks, basically. It hooks onto like the KitchenAid mixer. You can roll this through it and it runs spikes all through it, kind of shreds it like you would do for Salisbury steak or the cube meat. It just really helps tenderize, but if you don't have that, good old mallet. And if you don't want to make too much of a mess, you get some parchment paper, but the problem is when you use the points, it busts through it. But we're just wanting to tenderize this and break up the muscles inside of it to help tenderize. Again, it's going to soak with so much flavor into this. It's also going to be kind of hard to burn. Or overcook. It's just going to be so good. I'm telling you, this is so simple. I'm just beating my meat on a Sunday. All right, flip them over. Now they're going to get a little bit bigger, mashing them out, but they will soak up all the stuff so good. But you don't want to beat them to oblivion. Just enough to tenderize it. And then of course go back, clean your mess up. This is so simple that a caveman could do it. Sorry, Geico. So literally, in the Ziploc bag, and you walk away and forget it. And then let me get this dirty out of here. So I already have a bottle that I partially used some out of. Let's see. This is, I don't know, almost 3/4 of a bottle. Let's see how this does lubricating these bad boys. And what you want to do, you're going to seal it up. Don't get all the air out of it first. All we want to do is have it in there and make sure that it is all over every part of this. Just when you think you've massaged it enough, massage it some more. Get it on every surface. I like to soak it in. And these bottles are like $8, something like that. Anywhere from $6 to $8 for good quality. Now, once I got it ladened, loaded, let me get this air out of here now. Seal it up. Now we got a good seal. And I'll put this in the refrigerator. Literally, because this is a little thicker cut, at least 48, 72 hours. You don't need to go anything over. And you can also do this with short rib. Flank cut short rib, or the big, thick chunks of short rib. It's up to you. Those, though, the big chunks, I do like to run through the sous vide for 48 hours in the sous vide to help really tenderize them and get it ready to where all you gotta do is char it on the grill. So this meat already soaked up a lot of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit more because I love flavor. I'm telling you, this recipe is one that absolutely will just destroy at any venue you go to. I guess it would help to shake it up, Brian. Yeah, hey guys. Shake well. Shake well before using. Come on. Oh yeah, now we're good. So, gonna put this in the refrigerator. Like I said, we're gonna let it soak. I'm gonna do 3 days. And then we're going to put it on the grill. So, I'll do a close-up picture of each thing that's going into here. That's it. Just like this, lay it flat in the refrigerator. Oh boy, we got a full fridge over here. All right, done. She's sitting in there. So yeah, tune back in 3 days. We're gonna throw it on the grill, and I swear, this is the fastest, most bang for your butt you can do. All right, here we are. We're about to put these things on the grill. They've been soaking for a couple days now, and we're on the rec tech. I've got the temperature running up. Right now we're at about 550. I'm gonna get up to around 700 so I can get a good sear. And I'm gonna cook these to around 135, roughly, interior temperature. So they're medium, probably medium-ish, medium rare. Incredibly moist, tender, and juicy. It's looking good in here, getting started.
Yeah.
All right, we're going on the grill now. Skirt steak, been marinated, plenty of time, going down, it's super tender. In there, cameraman, look at that. That right there, amazing. Big slab. All right, she's on there. I'm gonna close the lid and let her sear. People have been asking me about my grills. This is one of my favorite grills. It replaced the Weber charcoal grill for me. It is the Rec Tech Bullseye. Although I love the Camp Chef's controls better than this one. Camp Chef hasn't made anything that competes with this. This thing gets to 1,000 degrees. They have another Bullseye that gets to 600, but this one gets to 1,000. It's incredible for searing. Holds a ton of pellets, and I've been using Royal Oaks charcoal pellets. So it's a little bit different than the regular pellets. Get a little more heat out of them, a little different flavor. So that's the grill I've been using. People have been asking, and the other one's my Camp Chef. I've had that one for a while. This one I've had since this summer, but she does amazing. Put a cast iron on there and sear steaks. I mean, does an amazing job. All right, guys, we're on the flip. We're just trying to get a good little char on the bottom, nice little sear. Just start caramelizing it. We got Korean, woo, that's hot. Korean barbecue sauce. Getting good sear. Plain broiled. Just like Burger King, but way better. Oh yes, getting a nice char. All right, close her back down. All right, they just came off the grill. We're gonna let them rest for about 6 minutes here and cool down, reabsorb their juices, but they hit a core temperature of around 140 to 145 is where they're at. Now they're resting back down. This Korean barbecue sauce makes them extra tender. It kind of protects them inside a little bit so that they stay tender and juicy. So I think you're really gonna love it. I'll cut these things and we'll give them a try here in just a second. All right, now we're gonna cut this. We're gonna give it a little whirl, a little taste. Let's look at the inside, see how it looks. Still decent amount of pink in there. So it's perfectly cooked. Now, we got some taste testers over here. Here we go. Try this. Donovan. See. Here, you try it.
My turn. Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yep. Just don't give me a fat one.
There you go.
Right.
It's kid tested and mother approved. Anyway, that's Korean skirt steak.
This is double thumbs up.
Double thumbs up. So anyway, one of the easiest steaks you can do. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do it, and it makes it a little hard to mess up. So give it a whirl, try it. Korean Bulgogi Skirt Steak.